This is Wright Brennan, and this is another episode of Lost in the Midlands. And I'm here with Steven Diaz. Steven, thanks for coming back, hanging out with us. And you are a board member of Folds of Honor.
Yeah.
And we're real excited to hear about that project and that organization. So, if you could you tell us what the organization is?
Yeah, I feel like every time we meet, all I do is change shirts and we talk about the next organization.
That's right.
So Folds is a national organization, but what they're doing is they're allowing each state to create their own chapter and support the mission within the state. So a portion of the work and the donations that come in goes to corporate, but a good percentage of it gets to stay within the state that everyone's operating in. And so what Folds of Honor does is it honors the legacy and the sacrifice of our service members who have either paid the ultimate sacrifice or have severe injuries. And what they do is those family members, because there's not a lot that you can, there's really nothing that you can do to bring them back.
Yeah.
But what we do is the money that's raised is that we provide educational scholarships to the family, and it's a very small token of our appreciation of the community's appreciation to these families. And so these scholarships allow them to go it's through kindergarten all the way through adults if they want to go get a master's. But you simply can apply online at foldsofhonor.org and apply for the scholarship. And if you meet the criteria, then hopefully that you're eligible to receive one of those scholarships and continue the legacy of the person that you're honoring.
So there's a lot of different, organizations in the community that are giving back and helping veterans. Was there something in particular with this one that you wanted to team up with?
Well, for people who make the ultimate sacrifice, the families are honored. They're called Gold Star families, and they already have an organization. And I do some work with them. I also help advocate for Blue Star Mothers, which is organizations or the designation that's given to families who have people that are currently serving. But I had always been a fan of Folds of Honor, of what they're doing. I think it's different because it's not, you have a lot of organizations that kind of have overlapping and they mean well, but there aren't many who raise money specifically through golf. Not always, but that's one of their biggest, go-tos. And the money is giving for educational scholarships.
Yeah.
And so I just always had a liking to it. The founder is Major Dan Rooney. He makes a lot of appearances on news in the mornings. And he is currently, actually, I don't know if he's currently still serving or not, but he served in the Air Force, and he oversees and is part of a continuing effort of doing that. So that always, kind of similar to what I feel that I do is continue serving. And so I really liked his passion, and I had just bugged them and emailed them year after year, hey, what are y'all doing? I have executive nonprofit management experience.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll stand out in front of Walmart and hand out flyers. I don't mind, when you go to Walmart and they're out there trying to hand you something, you just kind of ignore them. That's okay. I've been in nonprofits for a long time. So I told him, I was like, I don't care. I'll do that. I just want to be a part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And they sent me an email back and they said, in short, all right, you can stop your crying. We finally have something in place. Do you want to be a board member on it or a volunteer, yes or no? And I mean, absolutely yes. And so this was last year, so it was our first year that we established South Carolina Folds of Honor Palmetto chapter. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a webpage. It's exciting. I've really enjoyed being a part of this group.
So, Steven, how has the organization impacted people in the state of South Carolina?
So that's a great question. So we've been able to raise through events or people that are donating. We've been able to raise over $500,000 since 2018. And with that money, we've been able to provide over 114 educational scholarships to people of all ages in South Carolina, people who have lost someone in service or who've been severely wounded. And we have a lot actually here in the Midlands.
Awesome.
I'd love to maybe one day get some of them to come on and talk to you and let you know, hey, what does it mean to have been blessed with one of these scholarships? Because I think it's amazing. I've heard a lot of their stories, and it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. A lot of people out there getting some great help. So, as far as the the fundraising and stuff, do y'all have any events coming up?
So we actually have a few. So the way that the board is made up is we have some spread out through South Carolina, and that was the idea, just to have different ambassadors throughout the state, and it's up to those individuals to come up with events, and thankfully I have some nonprofit experience, and so that just comes second nature to me in organizing that. But we actually partnered up with the main course. It used to be Top Golf in the Vista, the golf simulator, and they are hosting us August the 31st for a Captain's Choice golf tournament.
Awesome.
And so we're actually going to have Redneck Riviera. It's going to be there. If y'all aren't familiar with it, it's a liquor company that's very patriotic. It was started by country singer John Rich, and he gives a lot of his proceeds to Folds National. And hopefully we'll have them there to pass out some samples.
Yeah.
First come, first serve, I imagine. But it's from 7 to 7. It's a 4-man team. It's $200 a team, and then we will receive some of the proceeds from that. We'll also have other opportunities to donate some money. So it's just a fun way. Yeah. You don't have to be good at golf. You're actually in an enclosed area. So if your skills are like mine, no one's going to see it because of the curtains. But it's going to be a fun event. We also have another event coming up. We had to move it due to COVID. Yeah. We have an event we'll have it in Charleston, South Carolina. I think we're going to have it in October. That's been moved. We'll have to check back with, depending with everything that's going on, we just don't know. So we just keep moving it. But it's going to be a really great event. We're going to have some A-list celebrities that are going to be there. We're going to have some A-list country singers that are going to be there that volunteer their time. So they're not getting paid for this, which is pretty sweet. And then we also have, if crowds and the concert's not your thing, and golf definitely isn't your thing, we have a program called the Wingman Project. And the Wingman is $13 a month, and that's what you donate, and it goes to us. So that is it's just a small way to be able to help out this mission, be able to help out your local community, because I'm big on, if I'm donating money myself personally, I want to see what it's doing. Yeah. And being able to give educational scholarships is really a great way to see what your money's doing. And so we have a competition with a lot of other states, and right now Georgia's an elite, so we're trying to beat Georgia. Foldsofhonor.org. You can also Google Folds of Honor Palmetto chapter and go in the Wingsman program there, and we'd love to have everyone's support.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So we're looking for more wingmen right now to support. Okay, awesome. Can you tell us what else is going on in the military community right now?
So that's, with COVID, and this is kind of taking my Folds of Honor hat off, we're still seeing a spike in mental health issues. We're seeing a spike in service members who go to school, graduate, and are having a hard time finding employment. Yeah. And so, those are the areas where if you're hiring, there's a lot of local organizations that focus on veteran employment. Reach out to the University of South Carolina, or if you're watching this and you're part of or close to a different school within the state, reach out to their veteran program and let them know that you're hiring. And then also with the mental health, with what I do in that space with organizations, like Hidden Wounds and Project Josiah, Big Red Barn, that I know you went to go visit and had a great time at. These are organizations that are focusing on mental health, transition, resiliency. And so if you're a veteran watching this, this is, reach out to these places. Wright has gone and has seen it firsthand to experience. I'm not going to give them a bogus, organization to go check out. And I think it was. I hope you were impressed. I mean, these are great organizations.
It was highly impressive. Yeah, it was very cool. So I appreciate you sending me that direction. That was awesome. Steven, you do a lot. You've got multiple nonprofits that you're helping. You're professionally. You're doing a lot. You've got a family. Tell us a little bit about, day-to-day life. How do you manage all of the projects that you are involved with? Because you do an excellent job, too. I want to make sure you understand that.
I don't know. That's a great. I try to operate by a calendar, and I just, I put on my work hat in the mornings. I try to wake up really early. I have a 3-year-old, and I get the house to myself pretty early in the morning. I'd like to incorporate, working out in the morning. I'll do that soon.
Cool.
I'm a good procrastinator when it comes to that. And, work during the day. And when it comes to the evening time, it's, try to see where I can help out. I think as a veteran who has post-traumatic stress, has been in the, has been in the foxhole, I guess you could say. Just when you have the intrusive thoughts, being something that's bigger than yourself and donating your time to something where you're not getting something in return materially, but when you can see the impact that makes, it does something to you. And it doesn't have to be veteran organizations. I mean, you can. There's a lot of areas and a lot of organizations doing great things, and find something that really find makes an impact on you, and just seeing how you can help out. So I think just being a good human right now. I mean, there's a lot of ugliness and dark things in the world right now, and just kind of separating away from that and doing something bigger than yourself, helping out your fellow neighbor, is good. And so for me, that gives me purpose.
Yeah.
That's something that I know in helping other military members just like myself. Finding purpose is huge, and I enjoy it. But you're right. There's times where I got to remember I do have a family at home, and a 3-year-old, and I'm sure my wife would like me to come home and clean and cook and help around the house. And so, not that I'm escaping, but it's just I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it.
Well, that's an awesome message. Yeah, and I can tell, that you really are passionate and you enjoy what you do. So that's really awesome to see. How can people find you?
So we're on all the platforms. It's just Folds of Honor SC, or if you Google Folds of Honor Palmetto State Chapter, you'll find us there. You can also order some pretty cool shirts like this, thanks to Southern Todd.
Nice shirts.
And then on my personal page, it's on this. I kind of did differently. I probably should have done the same. But on Instagram is The Real Steven Diaz. And then on Facebook, I think it's Corporal Steven Diaz. I should know. But I've been blessed where I've been able to do so much. And I've been given a almost a national platform where if you Google my name, good things come up. Not bad things. But if you Google Corporal Steven Diaz or Marine Steven Diaz, I'll pop up somewhere. And thankfully, it's all good stuff. So the internet can, it's it can be bad. So but it's good. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate all the work you're doing in the community, your service, you coming in today, telling us more about what you got going on. And if there's any other message you want to leave with the viewers, by all means.
I appreciate y'all watching this, I've seen Wright get to interview a lot of interesting people, and he doesn't have to do that. He could be on a roof helping out. There's a lot of damage that came through, and he could be helping other people. And not that you're not doing that, but this is fun. So this is a way of giving back. When I was talking about what can you do, this is a way of giving back. So I appreciate Wright doing that, and a way that you can show love to all these organizations and businesses that he's talking about is going to their social media page. Going and liking their posts, sharing it, because you again, with the rabbit hole, the algorithms on social media are crazy, and if it's not organic, they don't spread. But those are the details people don't really care about. But yeah, I thank you for doing this. It's always a pleasure getting to meet up and just talking and sharing what's going on in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Steven.
Yeah, appreciate it.